Here I am. We're going to start the Grafton Loop Trail. Going to try to make it this time, and it's a beautiful June day here in Maine. And let's get started. View from top of Puzzle Mountain. Sunday River Whitecap, Old Speck, the Bald Pates, and I guess where we're headed. Got a beautiful brook here, not too far from Stewart's campsite. Beautiful day in a low area, I guess in between the peaks, and having fun. Ready to go down to the East Bald Pate campsite. It's been what, I think 14.9 mile day. Big climb up Puzzle Mountain, and then not a lot of views after that. Climb down. There's been a lot of rain, so the lower area is kind of wet and boggy. A lot of blowdowns. Some beautiful streams, you know, remote mountain streams that you go through you wouldn't see any other way. So that's all been beautiful. But it's about 5 o'clock. It started at 9:30, so I'm ready to go set up camp and have something to eat and be back at it tomorrow. So when I got to the East Bald Pate campsite, it was filled with a youth group. No tent spaces, and the young guys really were pretty well. So I hiked on. Here I am at the east peak of Bald Pate, 17.1 miles. I feel it, but I think it was worth it. I don't think this is going to do it justice, but it's just absolutely gorgeous. Be able to watch the sunset over the White Mountains. So here's my little setup here on top of East Bald Pate. Now down a little cove here, so should be nice. Gonna walk over and look at the sunset. Just sitting on top of East Bald Pate, getting ready to watch the sunset. It's a little cool, but it's beautiful. The view of East Baldpate from West Baldpate. I had a real nice night up there. Sunset was beautiful, but it was cold. Probably got into the 40s. It was windy. My sleeping bag wasn't really up to it, but we survived. It's a new day. Getting over Baldpates, and then it'll be up over Old Speck. I don't know if the video will do it justice, but this is just a little bit of some of the trail work that the AMC has done over the last years, going up or down West Baldpate. As much as I don't like this rock stairs, it's beautiful, and the old ascent was straight up, almost like most of the time it was wet, you know, a stream, eroded, hand over hand climbing. So this is a real improvement, and I can't imagine how much work it took to do all this, but it's really appreciated. Friday, after a second breakfast, a cup of coffee, and a nice snack, it is time to hike up Old Speck. 4 miles. It's a good climb. That's what the trail's looking like after a slide mountain campsite. It's pretty flat. There's an actual trail. It's a nice walking. Coming down off of Old Speck wasn't bad. But a lot of the trail is overgrown and blowdowns. If I always hike with shorts, so if I hike with shorts, your legs kind of take a beating. But this isn't so bad. Didn't get any shots up on Old Speck. The bugs were so bad, I just had a quick snack and kept on going. So we'll see what happens when we get to the next mountaintop. We're getting to the summit of Sunday River Right Cap, and right ahead of us are East and West Baldpate, and then that peak right here, it's Old Speck, and we're doing okay. See you at the top. From what I believe is the summit of Sunday River Whitecap. Here's the post, but no sign. Old Speck, Baldpate, Maine, ski resort, and back towards the west. That's it. It's drizzling, so I'm not going to hang around. Like we got a series of these log stairs coming down the side of this mountain, so that'll be interesting. The last section coming down off of Sunday River Whitecaps is really beautiful. A lot of open areas, more places it would be to camp, a couple campsites that weren't on my map. And it follows this brook all the way down, and it's really beautiful. One of the nicer sections. Looks like the trail follows this, but boy, it's not signed very well. Year 26, so I know we're close. Just going across this field. Crossing the snowmobile bridge. We're getting close to the road. It says Bear River Snowmobile Bridge. Whoa, it's a little shaky. There's the Bear River. Beautiful day. All we got is the 0.6 mile road walk and the 38.6 mile Grafton Loop Trail is done in 2 days. So it's the next day, back home after a 2-day hike of the Grafton Loop Trail, 38.6 miles. Just a quick review. The upsides, the positives, parts of the trail were absolutely beautiful. Sunday River Whitecap, I'd never climbed that before. And looking from if you were going to climb up where I came down yesterday, it won't be anytime soon. That's a long, tough climb, but it was beautiful up there. And the Baldpates also just absolutely gorgeous. And it went through some beautiful, beautiful terrain. And the climb up Puzzle Mountain, and Puzzle Mountain was pretty as well. But those were the upsides, and you know, any hike along the AT, met some thru hikers, met the Hiking Vikings who are on YouTube, and it was neat to see them. And those were the pluses. Some of the negatives is not as well maintained, and it's pretty remote areas and not as used as much. So I understand that. There were times where it just wasn't blazed. Even coming down off of Sunday River Whitecap, it was there was so much leaf litter on the ground, and the trail isn't used that much. It was hard to even follow the trail at times. And the blue blazes, it was kind of a lower light in there, and it was harder for me to see. They were seemed to be painted a little higher up on the tree than the AT. I don't know whether that was just my imagination, but I found them harder to find. So not as well blazed and not as well maintained. Although somebody had gone through there on all of it and got the big blowdowns down. But there were some little ones, and kind of got, like I said, I think you'll see if hiking in shorts, I got kind of beat up pretty well. It's strenuous, but I guess that's one of the positives. You'll see, if you want to see Maine wilderness and get a good snapshot of what Maine has to offer for hiking, it's worth doing. Now, will I do it again? Probably not anytime soon. Would I recommend doing it in 2 days? It was a fun challenge. But maybe not. The only downside, the campsites, the ones that I passed through, also were in low wet areas. Granted, we had a lot of rain, but it was just buggy, and you know, if you stopped for a second, they were eating you alive. It certainly didn't set up a situation where I think you'd want to be hanging around and just lounging around camp. It certainly motivated you to keep on hiking. And I guess that the final thanks is that boys camp group that had taken up the whole campsite there, and I guess that's something that you have to keep an eye on, especially on the Puzzle Mountain side of the Grafton Loop Trail. I've heard they motivated me to have a wonderful night up on the Baldpates and see a gorgeous sunset. So that's all for now. Thanks for watching. Bye.